and welcome to East Village Yappers. I'm your host, DJ Kati, still seeking names. This is the first ever East Village Yappers to hit the radio waves. East Village Yappers is a radio talk show for the chatty Kathys, the aunties sitting around the table with a bottle of wine, the negative Nancys, the nosy types. You know what I'm talking about because they are you. They are the Yappers. We want all the East Village Yappers to come in and call in. That's right. You don't even need to walk down. Just walk down your walk up just to walk back up your walk up to the 6th floor apartment you were paying way too much money for. You can call us right here at 917-231-1965. That is radio station 917-231-1965. We are a radio station for the East Village. Or, if you're lucky enough to be one of those second floor elites, maybe you can come to our radio station, which is at 181 Avenue B. We'd love to have you here. We welcome all guests, but especially those who live, work, play in the East Village. Our show is what we like to call hyper-local, and therefore hyper-aware, and therefore hyper. You know how it is with us yappers. We volley conversation around faster than what you see volleying around in Tompkins Square Park on a Sunday. So, here to help me yap, I've got Brooklyn's very own, my favorite rapper, Peter Banks Kinney.
Yeah, I'm a rapper.
He's an acclaimed comedian. He is the tastiest drink maker I know. More on that later. And someone I'm just plain lucky to call a friend. Welcome, Peter Banks Kinney.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks for asking me to be a part of this. Happy to be here. Happy to share a mic with you.
Yes. So on that note, that's what yappers do, share a mic, right?
Sure.
All right, so on that note, we got a lot to yap about today. This is a busy June for East Village. We've got the Knicks in the playoff tonight. Go Knicks! Yeah, really. We are less than a week away from the World Cup, which means you are not going to be able to take the subway. You are not commuting to work, honey. No. It's Pride.
And where is your pride?
Thank you.
Who's proud?
I'm proud.
Let me hear you.
Woo! It's intern season. Where are my interns at? Leases are up. Mattresses are on the sidewalk again. It is moving season in New York City. And after one of the longest winters in decades, it's 88 mother effing degrees outside. How do you feel about that, Peter?
How do I feel about the nice weather? I hate it. I hate it because all I see is all these sexy, unhoused people with their beautiful bodies, and it just makes me feel like it was all for nothing.
Yeah. That's the East Village for you. So there's so much we got to break down for you today, and trust me, Peter and I clearly will. We're going to be cruising East Village algorithm, talking about what we saw online this week, breaking down what's happening this week in East Village, which means we're going to have to talk about sports.
And how much we like them?
Yeah, and
Go Knicks! Go Knicks!
Go Knicks! Thank you. I was waiting for the straight mail drop in the Go Knicks.
What was the that iconic citywide line that guy dropped?
Oh, you mean
my mayor's Muslim.
The mayor's Muslim. My bagels are Jewish. My Christian's Dior.
Dixon 4.
Dixon 4. So that's definitely the spirit of tonight. Then we got some neighborhoods. We got some neighbors in our neighborhood who need our love advice. And then we got some judgments to make because I know all you yappers out there, including myself and including Peter, we're judgy as hell. We have some disputes to handle. We'll also be hearing from a longtime East Villager discussing new neighborhood haunts and literally so much more I can't even begin. It's a lot, Peter.
You've produced the shit out of this, Katie,
Yeah.
I gotta say.
And
Am I allowed to swear?
That's a great question for Sebastian. Okay, great. Yeah, we're allowed to swear. Great. Because I wrote out the swear words. Anyways, I think before we can go into our talk show, we've got to talk about the East Village. Oh, look, there's a cute dog at our door. Yay.
Can we turn the GoPro around to look at the dog?
I don't know
that we can do that.
But there is a dog we're all looking at. We love him. He's very cute. Oh, he wants to come in. Oh, great. We got our first East Village Yapper, and he's a dog. Hi.
Wait,
he's a little shy camera.
Come on.
Yeah, look, come here. He's scared.
He's
He's scared.
Like the noise?
Oh, or she or he. Hi. You guys live in the East Village? Oh, wow. Do you guys go to the East Village Dog Park in Tompkins Square?
You know, we don't too much. Just
a little shy?
He's a little shy and he always jumps in the pool there, and it's not great. I'd rather the order operations be different.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you heard this. What's your name?
I'm Josh. This is Bo.
Josh and Bo. Bo is the dog. Josh is the person. It'd be funny if it was switched. I would recommend switching it. Bo is a little shy to go to the park. He jumps in the pool sometimes. He's got quite an attitude. So, well, welcome. This is East Village Yappers. We're gonna be here. You should yap with us. You should come sit and have a seat and have some opinions with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo, do you have opinions?
He's got lots of opinions.
Yeah, he's got lots of opinions. I think Bo likes it here. Bo, you're welcome. Is it the microphone? Is it my voice?
It's the microphone, your voice, the
Yeah.
conditioning, the cold floors, all of the above.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, feel free to keep hanging out and join us, Bo, because I think you clearly need a break from the 89 degrees. He just laid down in case you're listening at home. So we have...
Give him the dog. Give him the people what they want.
Yeah, give the people what they want, which is the dog. Okay, so those of you watching at home, there is now a dog. His name is Bo. He does not hang out at the Tompkins Square Dog Park, but that's cool because he is a dog just trying to be cool. Anyways, back to our discussion. Actually, Josh, maybe you have an opinion. So we're going to set the definement of what is the East Village. So this is my opinion, and I'll let you know what you think, which is the East Village is south of 14th, north of Houston, starts at Avenue D on the east, and then goes all the way to 3rd Ave. What do you think, Josh?
I don't disagree.
He doesn't disagree. Here, come to the microphone.
Yeah.
Come talk to the people.
Let's go. I don't disagree.
Okay.
The only thing I'd say is I'd include everything to FDR.
Wow.
Because otherwise you're saying, well, east of D, between D and the river, is Alphabet City. But Alphabet City is from A over. And so if you're including Alphabet City as a subset of East Village, I'd say D to the river.
Okay,
we
D to the
include it.
river.
Now, here's the thing. I'm also going to go to 4th, not 3rd.
Oh, why so? What's on 4th that you think? Hi, Bo.
Honestly, absolutely nothing. But whenever I see, oh, there's a new place in East Village to come out anywhere on the fucking internet, I can curse on here?
Yeah, yeah. We
perfect.
just discussed this.
There we go. It's always these places on 4th, and it makes me really upset. But I'm not going to hate on it anymore. I'm just going to go with the flow. Because I think part of being in these villages, you're just like, look, I'm gonna chill out. It's going to be fine. So I'd push it one block either way. But the core principles, the north and south, 100% agree with.
Okay, so north and south. Okay,
Yeah.
so you stretch it to the river. I think that's fair. I'll meet you there, Josh.
Fair enough.
We're going to go to the river all the way to 4th Avenue.
Yeah, and I can compromise on the 4th Avenue
You
thing.
can compromise on
I have
If
firmer
only
opinions about the river.
politicians spoke like in the same way that we're speaking right now.
They wouldn't be politicians then.
Yeah,
You know.
totally. Well, Bo and Josh, it was lovely to yap with you guys.
It was lovely to yap with you too.
HNT.FM. You guys
Love
can
it.
come back. You can sit down and
Now that he's been here once,
yeah, he's coming here forever.
he's going to live here.
He's going to live here. And we didn't even offer him treats. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, it's fine. Bo, we have to go, buddy.
Okay. Bye, Bo. Everyone on the audience say bye, Bo. And then I wish I could hear them say bye, Bo.
They're saying bye, Bo.
They're saying bye, Bo in Latin. Okay. So I think we got a good compromise here. We're going to go from the river to 4th Ave in the width of East Village. But I think that it's important to say we are definitely not going, Bo is not going anywhere, which I love. But we are definitely not going north of 14th, and we're definitely not going south of Houston, that is actually, I think people really want to push the Lower East Side. Actually, no. I've had a lot of people tell me 3rd and 1st, Lower East Side. I'm like, get out of here. That's the East Village. What do you think?
Well, I think it's important to check in with what our corporate overlords think is the East
correct.
Village.
Yeah.
And so if you plug in East Village into Google Maps, you do get a pretty boilerplate definition, which I was surprised does include Alphabet City, which I thought we clipped
on its
Alphabet
own.
City off. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But no, so we're getting from 4th to
Okay.
the river, Houston to 14th, which I understand. You know, they're keeping it simple and inclusive as possible, but I just kind of feel like Alphabet City realtors probably have Google in their pocket. You can tell.
I see. And I think that's actually important, the thing you bring up, which is East Village has subsets within itself. So there's Alphabet City. I would say there's Union Square. what would you call like the southern west side? Would you call that Bowery?
I think, I mean, clearly Union Square, we're no longer in the East Village. I mean,
Yeah,
we're at the DSW, we're at the Burlington Coat Factory, we're at the combination
At the Nordstrom
DSW
Rack.
Burlington Coat Factory. I am doing damage at the Nordstrom Rack. And
Me too.
it's
Thank you, Delta Airlines,
Thank
when
you.
you lost my baggage.
Shout out Delta Airlines, rest in peace. Wait, no, that was Spirit, whatever.
Oh, they stopped serving snacks on flights less than like an hour and a half. So rest in peace, Delta Airlines.
Yeah, I'm out. And for that reason, I am out. But yeah, for me, I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm a bit of a, I turn my pinky up at including Alphabet City. I want it to be its own designation. I want the history of Needle Park to mean something.
Yes.
Sorry.
More on
Sorry.
that later.
Nobody's shooting up anymore.
Yeah, it's real.
It's not okay.
It's not
Actually,
okay.
that's really not true. Next topic.
Okay, so back to where we were, which is the introduction of our show, and I'm so glad that we've already had our first guest. But if you would be interested in being our first guest, you can call 917-231-1965. That's right, 917. You have to do this old school. Write it down real quick. You can, girl. 917-231-1965. And if you're ready to yap with me, you can come by just like Josh and Bo, our very first guest within the first minute of us airing. It's so amazing. At 181 Avenue B. When you call us, if you are a true yapper, you will be ringing on what you see if you're watching the stream right now. Diet Coke. That's right. A Diet Coke is our literal phone. When you call me, it will be ringing, and I will be picking up the Diet Coke. Oh, look at that. That's what we call graphics. If my boy Bolsey is watching, that's what we call graphics.
Yeah, it's not fun, but it is my personal notifications coming up on screen.
It is. It's really good. So to comment on anything that happens over the next hour and, what is that, 42 minutes, you can call and yap with us, because that is the point. We are trying to host a talk show for people in East Village to come and yap and air their grievances. Yeah.
I mean, it's not Festivus, but we're doing it. Yeah. It's the first show, okay? We get an 18-minute intro, all right? So get down here and join the party.
Join the party. Anyways, at the end of our show, the most important segment we have is we will be gossiping. So if you have any East Village gossip, hit us up at that number. We need that gossip. We've got a few people who wrote in earlier today. Longtime listeners, of course. Anyways, let's dive in. But not like dive into like the Thompson Square Park pool, because that is for children only. I know, Peter, you've tried to go in several times. Yeah, but you have to have an actual child and with a parent or guardian. That's their legal parent or guardian. Anyways, it's a lot of work. Don't go to the pool. Don't try to go to the pool. I do not know what you're talking about. But first off, in honor of Pride, we've got some cruising here.
Every little part of each other. Ooh, let the music
Yeah, that's right.
take your mind.
Let the music take your mind.
Just release and you will find.
If you really think about these lyrics, very pride friendly.
100%.
Cruising together.
Yeah, it's kind of a poly thing.
I know, like, Loki was Stogie Robinson the first corporate pride girly? Like,
I'm totally derailing your show here, but have you heard about the Smokey Robinson, Michael Jackson parentage conspiracy?
oh God, how did you know that Michael Jackson's next? What? Oh, we're going to lower our volume. Thank you for checking, Sebastian.
Super producer Sebastian in the
Yeah,
house.
super producer Sebastian. Thank you. Shout out to big Sebastian over here. Anyways, I played us some Shmoky, as my friend Ryan, who may be listening, has called it. It's time to cruise the East Village algorithm and deep dive into resources all the way from TikTok to East Village Grieve, Evie Grieve, If you don't know Evie Grieve, you should hang up right now. For those of you who do not know, we are huge fans of Evie Grieve. It's a hyper-local news source for us hyper yappers. You will love as they air out their, East Village grievances. That's what it stands for. Simply go to eviegrieve.com. We will be referencing their work throughout the show today, so go check it out. But first, we're going to make a stop at my favorite stop online, Reddit. I'm giving my millennial away a little bit. Yes, Sebastian, please, Sebastian. No, there's not supposed to be music right now. Yeah, then we're good. Yeah, it's only music when we go into segments and out of segments. So, I love our producer, Sebastian. Oh no, I wish I could turn the camera and be like, goodbye, Sebastian. Okay. Anyways, Peter, I want to tell you about Peter has never seen any of these links that I'm about to click on right now. And that's for a good thing because...
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to step away for a second, let you pull these up.
Yeah. So we have an East Villager who writes to the East Village r/Reddit, and he says, I decided to try and quit alcohol at 21, and it screwed the...
Boo.
It screwed the fuck out of me. It screwed the fuck out of me because my social life was killed. Closest friend cut me off because I was flaking out of East Village, sometimes Lower East Side bar crawl stuff. I spent a lot of times getting stoned alone and people watching around the neighborhood, and it makes me just feel completely neurotic, but I can't stop. Weekends are brutal. Anyone else super lonely here or super lonely and sober? LOL. Any advice? Please be nice to me. I just want to feel less alone. I think East Villager number 2, because I'm not going to call you by your user handle. I think a lot of us relate. I think all of us have gone through a period of time where we need to cut out substances, or maybe even friends that were bad for us. But I want to read some of the comments on our lonely sober. I'm going to call him Lonely Sober. And I found some really kind comments from fellow East Village neighbors. One of them who said, a pool cue and a 0.0 Heineken get you a long way. And I thought that was really helpful, really wonderful advice. What do you think about that, Peter?
I think that's sound. I mean, if you want to have social spaces in New York, you can't just show up and then go outside to vape, you know? So contributing, fine. All right, if you want to get that Heine 0.0, okay, you get that in you, and you're doing fine. Give up the pool cue, though. All right, other people want to play. Nobody respects the chalkboard. I don't want to have to be the Karen that walks up and says, hey, I'm sorry, I think I was next, and I feel like you guys aren't really taking the game seriously. So that's important.
Yeah, it is important. I agree with that. So maybe sitting at the bar with the 0.0 Heineken. There's also a lot of public spaces now that it's 88 degrees outside that you can hang out in Thompson Square Park, for instance. A lot of people here referenced, maybe hanging out in Thompson Square Park. But if you notice, I'm kind of like really saying Thompson Square Park really quickly because I almost feel like I'm saying it wrong because my favorite and star of the show, Redditor, I'm not going to say his username and call him out, but I have clicked on him several times to find his post that he has now hidden. He wants to remind everybody who suggests to go be sober and hang out in Thompson Square Park and join a rec league or a run club or whatever, or go watch music, that it's not Tompkins with an H. It's Tompkins, T-O, and it's named after someone. And how do you not know who he is?
How do I not know who Tompkins is?
Yeah.
I guess you know what? I guess it just betrays a fundamental lack of curiosity on my part. And this anonymous Redditor who really cares about the origins of the names of the parks in New York City has an axe to grind, and I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and here is his exact comment. For the love of all things good and holy, it's Tompkins Square Park without an H. And he even does the italics, so that means he knows how to code, or at least he built a MySpace at one point. I will never understand how people get this confused. It's named after Daniel D. Tompkins, the former governor of New York.
Sorry, I'm just going to really lean into that one real quick. Sorry. For the love of all things good and holy, it's Tompkins Square Park. I will never understand how people get this confused. It's named after Daniel D. Tompkins. He's the former governor of New York. downvoted multiple times, 0 points on Reddit.
Yeah. So, I guess to our lonely sober, good luck, Godspeed. This is a hard neighbor to be sober in. I
I'm
feel.
looking up Daniel D. Tompkins.
Yeah. Peter's gonna look up Daniel D. Tompkins, and then while listener, we go about moving on to Reddit. If you have any advice for our lonely sober, please call 917-231-1965. That's right, 917-231-1965. Let's move on to my next favorite Redditor of the week, which is condom sculpture. I can't really show this because my laptop is hooked up to a lot of thingamajigs here, but it looks like a condom that was maybe left about 6 months ago that has had the dirt and grime of New York City built on top of it. What would you say this looks like to you, Peter?
I would say, like, if you've ever seen any of the remains in Pompeii, it's almost as if there was a Vesuvian eruption that trapped this. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a condom. It looks like a condom encased in maybe carbonite. If you're Star Wars fans, shout out Han Solo. Yeah.
I love you. I know.
Did you know that he improvised that line?
Okay, so anyways, when Peter referenced how people used to shoot up in this neighborhood, he wasn't wrong because the first comment at the top of the condom sculpture is a guy who said, "You grabbed it," and then the person who posted said, "No, I figured everything on the ground in Tompkins has AIDS."
Really cool.
Really cool.
Really cool.
Which for the person then to respond and say, Tompkins, used to have AIDS. That was when it was actually a special park. Now it has White Guilt and Mumford and Sons ass buskers? I don't even know that term. TBH. At least he knows TBH. I would take those lame drum circles it used to have over there, over the auditory terrorism. I didn't read this out loud before. That exists now. At least it still has some good hardcore shows on Sundays. I loved this park so much until about 2014.
I want to read this in the voice of, that guy who was yelling at the trumpeter in that, viral video from, 10 years ago. You know talent. You don't respect the silence was the foundation of creativity. I like to think that this is his Reddit account. And buskers. Yeah, no, there are some Mumfords and Sons ass buskers. It's, busking, you're playing songs, you got your little guitar case out in front of you. That's a busker.
Oh, it's like Bob Dylan wannabes?
Well, no, it's just anybody who's playing music or maybe, singing even. It could be, for the public and hoping that they drop some change in.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
okay.
busking.
Okay,
Yeah.
busking. Got it. Okay, so,
but I agree, largely, as much as...
As a whole.
I love a good curmudgeon, and yeah.
And, condom sculpture has brought that out. But, of course, we could not go any further without seeing our favorite Redditor... It's Tompkins, square part, without an H. They're back. Again,
Are we sure it's not a bot that someone programmed? Just
that's
anytime
good.
someone misspells, is it the same comment?
It is the same username. So, with that being said, if you have something to say about condom sculpture, if you saw that on Reddit because you're East Villager yourself, please call 917-231-1965. So condom sculpture reminds us of the days that used to be. But we're going to move on to my different... 917-231-1965. Remember, the best year to live in East Village was 1965. That's how you'll remember that one.
They had the good AIDS back then.
They had the good AIDS back then. Oh, God. Okay. So anyways, the views of the things said on the show do not reflect the views of High Note or Oddball. I think that's important to say. Good job. Thank you. Okay, so next is my new favorite Reddit thread. I read this thread and I laughed out loud because this used to be my address. And I was like, oh, he's still there. So I'm going to go ahead and just read it to you guys. And if you're an East Villager, you know exactly what I'm talking about, which is the guy who shouts, "Help the homeless" is driving me crazy. That's the title. Here's the subject, or here's the body. Dude is out there every day, all day for the past year on the corner of 2nd and St. Mark's, just shouting it over and over and over and over and over again. I live on the corner and I'm losing my mind It is extremely annoying. Do you know who I'm talking about, Peter?
I am not familiar with this particular.
Well, that's what happens in Brooklyn. You don't get the character. That's why I would never live in Brooklyn.
I first of all, I don't agree. But I would say, I mean, this just brings up a larger topic, which is our favorite. Oh God, what is the proper term now for someone who asks for assistance from the public?
A busker.
No. That's someone who performs a service
I see, okay.
of musical entertainment
I
in
see.
exchange
Okay, got
for and hoping that someone will splash them with kindness. I know it's not a beggar. I would prefer if we called them tramps, but I've been told that that's not okay. But I think I think every neighborhood has a famous one of these individuals, and I'm not familiar with this particular one though.
Well, thankfully, the East Village has multiple because the very first response on this Reddit post is, maybe we can send you a can I get $1 for a cheeseburger from Trader Joe's on 14th instead.
I'm familiar with their work.
Yes, I think a lot of people are. And the comments thereafter of this comment is a really great East Village reflection of the people who live here. Which is, I have never felt more seen than when I read this comment. That guy's great. He changed it up and asked for $1 for coffee the other day. #evolving. Love that.
I recently saw, unfortunately not in this neighborhood, but a new celeb, a new local talent of this particular genre on, I want to say it was like Park Avenue and like 30th. So targeting, bringing it where it needs to be brought in.
Totally.
And he had constructed a 20-foot long, almost like fishing pole. And at the end of it was like, a 7-Eleven big gulp cup that said like money here. And he was just dropping it in front of cars. He was like reaching across the street. It was pure clown. It was incredible. Wow. I can't recommend it enough. Like 30th and Park at around 10 a.m.
Wow.
Go check it out. I supported them. I dropped $1 in. That was a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just ask him to come bring it below 14th.
Yeah, bring it to 14th.
Yeah. Next Redditor said, I can hear this comment. And that means you're a true one. You live here.
Can you give us a quick performance of it?
No?
No, I think you can. I think you can, Katie.
I don't think I can. Which would be, okay, this is the best I can, which is. Okay, all right.
What it's like.
Yeah, that's really what it's like. It's
like an owl
yeah,
all the time.
It is, except it's all the time. I was on 9th and 2nd for many years, and I could hear it. Anyways, here we go. The guy who wrote it comebacks because someone said, and this is where I love shade, because I love East Villagers because they will give you shade where you need the shade. You moved to the corner of 2nd and St. Mark's for peace and quiet. Hell yeah. That's fucking right.
That's right.
I didn't move to
Yeah.
9th and 2nd because I wanted peace and quiet. I wanted my ADHD to be fed constantly. And so I was like, I'm going to move to this block because I can hear the street. And in which case, the person who wrote the post, then, as Peter can probably see, he said, no, even on St. Mark's, there are still things that cross from noise into psychologically aggravating. There's a difference between rowdy punks making noise and a single high decibel, like I did, phrase shouted on an unbroken vocal loop right under my window for 12 months straight. I can't even do it as many times as he wrote it.
I just think, regardless, it's important whenever we get the chance to denigrate people in need. Anytime we can do that, whether it's on Reddit or the way we're doing now live, never miss it. That's New York City. If you didn't, okay, well, hit me with this. What is it?
So this comment underneath that comment says, if you didn't want water dripped onto the same spot on your forehead repeatedly for a week, why did you move to Seattle? There's so many shade. We have some yappers. Hi. Are you guys looking for Oddball by chance or High Note by chance? Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it. Well, have a seat. You guys can wait for your table here. Do you guys live, work, or play in the East Village by any chance? Oh, great. I'm being recorded. They cannot see you. Don't worry. It's just to be on a mic. All they can do is hear me, and this GoPro is filming me, not you.
In fact, all that the live audience is hearing is Katie talking and then no one responding.
Yeah,
That's how microphones work.
That's how microphones work. Yeah. So this is called East Village Yappers. It's a talk show. This is our very first talk show.
I'm also a yapper.
Oh, great. Okay, see, I love it.
Stepping
A
on the
yapper. Yeah. So what intersection do you live at by chance?
14th and B.
Okay, so you're on 14th and B. Do you know about the guy at St. Mark's and 2nd Avenue that shouts, help the homeless, help the... I mean, it's more like, I don't want to do it into the microphone. It's like, help the homeless, help the homeless. And he does it like on repeat constantly.
I do not know this.
Okay, do you know the Trader Joe's guy that says, was it $1 for a cheeseburger? Can you give me $1? Okay, so you know him. Okay, so there's a Reddit thread because there is a guy who lives on St. Mark's. I know, right? Like, wait, do you want to come up here and be on the mic while you wait for your table?
I don't want to be on the camera.
You look incredible. Why wouldn't you want to be on camera? Come on.
No one watches. No one. No offense to anyone watching, but no one watches it. They're just listening. You know how it is, passive YouTubers.
All right, I'll
Okay,
yap.
and your
We can
back's
yap.
to it, so all they see is the back of your head.
We can yap.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got you.
So, what do you think about the guy who is on the corner of St. Mark's and 2nd Avenue? He's saying, "Help the homeless, help the homeless, help the homeless," and there's a guy who lives above him who says, I can't stand this anymore. This is psychologically ruining me."
tortured.
He's being
He's being
tortured.
tortured for
Yes. Here's a
hearing
comment he
about
said.
the homeless
Yes.
people
He
in the
said,
East Village.
yes, he said, and then a guy commented, if you didn't want water dripped onto the same spot on your forehead repeatedly for a week, why did you move to Seattle? So he's like comparing him. So what do you think? Go ahead. What's your take, if you will?
What's my take on a guy who's trying to performatively tell us to help the homeless while his own performance is just telling us rather than doing anything at all?
Dish it, girl.
I don't know. Like, maybe he should do something to help the homeless instead of telling all of us to help the homeless.
Yeah, I completely
Although we
agree.
should do that too.
Yeah. What do you think about the guy who asked for $1 for a hamburger? Have you ever given him $1 for a hamburger?
I have given him $5 once.
Oh wow. How did he react?
He didn't like do anything. He
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, thanks."
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
he responded.
he responded.
I just don't carry cash because who does that anymore?
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry.
is
I know
true.
it's New York City, but who carries cash? No one.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
Boomers.
No one. I mean, even I will say the bodega guys up here on Avenue B, and is this 13th up here above us? Right? Are we on? Yeah, 13th. I should know this. I promise I'm an East Villager.
Are
13th
you?
and B,
Where? What's your cross section?
4th and 1st.
Okay.
So,
All right.
13th, and we're on B right now. Those guys were the first time I ever walked into a bodega, and I was like, oh my God, the bodega guys are younger than me. Like, the bodega guys are babies.
They're children.
They're children.
You can see the lack of a need for Botox.
Yes. Yes.
I see that and I'm like, I wish I was you sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Or I wish I had your skin. They have amazing
They
skin.
have amazing skin. And so there was like a hey Habibi, and I was like, who are you Habibi? Like, I felt like I could talk
You
back
got
to
it,
them.
Habibi?
I got a Habibi.
I think that's a compliment. I don't
think
think
so,
every
too.
woman gets a Habibi.
You don't
'cause
think so?
I have not gotten that ever. And
From
I've
the
gone
younger
to
guys. The
from
older guys,
any of the guys.
Really? The older guys, I feel like I'm like, oh, I'm a little intimidated. I'm not allowed to talk to you because you're older. But the younger guys, I'm like, oh, shut up.
You're a baby.
Yeah,
we
you're
can
a
talk to
baby.
you.
You're my baby, you know. Okay, so do you want to know about the ones we just talked about, which is
Sure. Can I
Okay.
see the Reddit thread?
Yeah, I'll show you this.
I didn't
thread.
even. Where is this Reddit thread?
This
I
is
am
the
off
r
the
slash-
internet, so.
Okay, well, we love that for you because that sounds very healthy and not like the week that I've had, which has been spent
no.
online cruising the East Village Reddit. This is
There's an
r
East
slash
Village
East
Reddit.
Village. Yeah, it's called
Wow.
r slash East Village.
Okay.
So this guy, he's quitting alcohol.
Good for
He's
him.
like, I'm-
Congratulations.
yeah, so-
East Village is East Village is the place to be to quit alcohol.
Okay, go on. Why?
All the NA bars, like you have Hecate, you have like that bar cafe. It's kind of bougie. I think it's on Second. I don't know the name.
Cafe Cali, I think it starts with a K. It's because they offer kombucha or something.
Actually, that's another one. So then
oh,
there's,
there's three.
and then there's a place called
Let's look this
Cosmic
up.
Community.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay,
Cosmic.
so then there's
Sober
three.
Bars, East Village. Oh yeah, you know what? No one in this thread. No one in this thread.
No More
can-
Cafe. That's the one.
Okay,
I've
No
been
More
to
Cafe.
every single one of these three. Hecate, No More Cafe, Cosmic Community, whatever.
Wow. And you
they're-
like them?
They're okay.
That's the real take. That's the real take.
They're okay. Because I'm not trying to quit alcohol. He is. The internet guy is.
Well, if you go to Onball, aka our sponsor,
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
if-
sponsored.
we're sponsored because Oddball owns this radio station.
Oh, okay,
So you
okay.
can only say good things about them. Is that
I do love Oddball.
Yeah, we love Oddball.
This is not a paid ad for me, at least.
They have
'cause
a
I'm a
non-
rando from the street.
They have a non-alcoholic menu. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so like this guy could come. I thought one of the sweetest comments was a guy who said, "You'd be surprised how far a pool cue and a 0.0 Heineken would get you." And I was like, "That's kind of true. Like you can just
Yeah.
hang out and make new friends. I mean,
You
what
don't.
would you do
You
if
just
you
need
were
to.
sober?"
You just hold a drink. You don't need to drink the drink.
Oh, that's a good.
That's
point.
what I do.
That's
when
actually really
Because
good.
like I try to be like I can't drink every night.
Yeah,
2 nights a week.
2
That's
nights a week.
that's what I try to do.
Okay, so I'm kind
So-
of curious.
But I've got to live life. He's got to live a life.
Yeah,
Live your life.
We
It's
need to have
summer.
we need
Be
to have
out. Be
friends.
hot. Be out.
Be hot, be out. Okay, well, now I kind of want to take you to. Did you see the Thompson Square Park tree that fell and killed the bench?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, after you guys get done with Oddball, take a stroll through Tompkins Square Park. There was a tree, and it had this huge branch. It was probably like 100 years old. Fell and crushed. Look,
That's
there
a
it is.
massive tree.
Yeah,
oh my
you-
god. How it did kill the bench.
It did. It
It
could have
went
killed a
through the
person.
Bench. Okay, I will say there is a tree in Tompkins that like birds and squirrels and acorns fall out of, and it's right over a bench. And I was once sitting on a bench in Tompkins, a like giant acorn fell on me, and like I don't know the gravity of it all, like
What?
it like hurt. I was
It could have been a dead squirrel
It
or
could
a
have been-
rat.
It could be anything. And
Oh my
then I
God.
saw a squirrel fall out of the same tree. So honestly, I hope
you think
that
it's
was
that
the same
tree?
tree. I hope it was the
I
same
mean,
tree because
okay,
that tree,
that's
the
like-
tree, the falling tree is a menace.
Yeah, that's it. That's on the west side. I can tell because that's the building that's like right on
Oh.
Avenue B. Where is your bench that you're talking about?
It's like somewhat east side, somewhat middle. Like east side on the east to
Okay.
west cross
So, like where
section,
the
middle
jazz
of
band
Tompkins.
sets up a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know where the jazz band sets up.
On Sundays, there's not like okay, so right when you enter from like Doc Holliday's, let's say,
Okay.
you walk across the street, and then when you see that weird, I don't know what you call it, column fountain situation. There's usually a
It's
jazz
further
band there.
east.
Okay, it's
It's
further,
further
east.
east.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah. So that's not your tree, but maybe that's something to say
Darn.
about the trees in East
Okay.
Village. I'm gonna read you some of the comments about this tree
Sure.
that I read earlier, and I
Okay.
want to know your take on
All right.
these East
I
Villagers
got you.
who are
I can
commenting
respond
on
to the internet takes.
benches can be replaced, but trees are not replaceable.
I don't think that person knows about biology because plants can be replanted. Or, you know, you can plant more trees and they will grow and they will become trees
There
and
is-
thus replaced.
Yeah, I think you're right. Then this is going back to Boston. I just want to say their username out loud. I don't want to what is it called when you
I think
cancel
you're
someone
calling
online?
this person out.
Yeah, I'm calling this person out. That's sad.
I'm so sorry.
Proud. I'm calling him in.
I don't approve of calling this person out. I'm so sorry going back to Boston.
But his name is going back to Boston. It's like, oh, well, then you don't want to live here anyways.
Go back.
List their pronouns?
Yes, it's Boston, Boston.
Go back.
Um,
Go to Boston. We don't want you here.
How much will it cost the city to replace this bench? 750,000. And what about the tree? 3.2 million? Why would the tree ever be more than the bench? What's your take?
Going back to Boston, trees are irreplaceable, according to the guy up above. So there is no cost. The tree is priceless. The tree cannot be replaced. Infinity. It costs infinity to replace the tree. You underballed us. You lowballed. That's the word I was looking for.
I do want to do a quick reality
come on.
check. Right.
Yeah, come get in the mic. We only have one mic. It's really
So
unfortunate.
definitely you can get a tree, but it is going to cost you like tens of thousands of dollars. A bench, you can get a bench for cheaper. 3.2 million in New York City. I guess I would maybe buy it for a tree. Trees are expensive.
I'd buy my
Trees
apartment
trees
for
are
that.
more expensive than benches. I do want to make
You
that
could buy
clear.
multiple
I'd buy the whole
apartments.
Well,
I'm
because
sorry,
you
what
want a fully
kind of bougie
propagated
apartment?
tree, you know?
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is the whole building. I'd be like, guess
Okay,
what? Who's your
okay.
landlord now, ladies?
Okay, I was like, what kind of
Rent
bougie apartment do you need?
stabilized.
3.2 million?
Yeah, that's a-
I would take a
that's-
nice
it is too
1.5
much.
million.
You think you're
I'd
at
be
the
so
1.5?
happy with that.
If you were to go to your landlord tomorrow, how much do you think they would sell your place for you? If you had all the cash in the world and you were like,
My landlord is like a giant company that has bajillions of dollars. So
what's the name of it? Call it out.
we're not gonna call him out. I'm so
God,
sorry.
you gotta call it
I
landlords.
can't call it landlords right now because I would
I'm
like
so
to renew my
disappointed.
lease. After that, I will
They're
call.
definitely listening. They have their AI bots they invested in listening, so it's
They
smart.
could listen to anything.
They
Who
could
knows?
really- they
I
could
feel
listen to so much
surveilled.
more.
I feel watched now by your camera and my landlord.
And, well, don't worry. The Diet Coke is blocking you. Another
Perfect.
corporation is blocking you.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah.
Diet Coke. Thank you,
Diet-
Pepsi.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Pepsi.
Sorry, Pepsi competitor. Thank you, Pepsi competitor.
Yes. So we've got a lot of funny comments like, thanks, Mom Donnie. That's basically a gay story. Absolutely demolishing. LOL. Only in New York City. A tree just fell on a car at Stewitown by the Whole Foods. LOL. The trees are crumbling.
I'm so sorry, Sand Lizard 3.
Oh, she's calling someone out.
I'm calling you out. Trees crumble. That's called nature. Go outside. Touch grass.
Wow. Get off Reddit. Sand Lizard 3.
Trees crumble, branches fall. Have you seen weak trees or old trees
Or old
like
people.
Wow.
Okay. On a happier note, our last Reddit submission is if you want to just live react to this, how would you feel about buying something like that as a
I would
East
totally buy
Villager?
that. Wait, I saw signs
You
or
saw
something
the
about
signs
this.
for this?
This I have seen. Not on the internet. I saw like a sign or a poster.
Again, she's touching grass. She's not on the internet, guys.
I try not to be because it seems like a sad
It is a
place
sad place to be. I know because I've just lived it for the last week.
to do research for
to do research
today.
for today.
Yeah,
And it is just hard.
How many hours of research did you have to do on the internet for today?
I will say, every night after I got home from work, instead of going in drinks with my friends that I love, I spent alone sleuthing the internet
Wow, she really loves you guys. She's
Yeah.
sleuthing the internet
for you. I didn't even
instead
have a
of seeing
social
her
life.
friends.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing in New York, to skip your social life to like be online.
Why would I? Yeah, I would do this for this show. And so this East
Big
Village
sacrifice.
cookbook.
Have you gotten it?
I
Have you
haven't
seen
gotten it. I haven't seen it. I just saw it on the internet, and then I was gonna go by the store that they're selling it at, Sorrel Cookbooks.
Sorrel cookbooks.
Yeah, first and
A
second.
cookbook store.
Yeah, you gotta go there.
I love a cookbook store.
Okay, go there. First
You know,
and second.
I will go there.
Yeah, you'll love
My
it.
favorite. There was a cookbook store in Greenpoint, Archistratus.
Oh yes,
It closed, and it's so sad. It closed a couple, I want to say a month or two ago. They had a big funeral for it that looks super cool.
What was the funeral? Was it a bunch of people cook things?
I did not go, but I hear that everyone got a potato.
And we
Or,
lit
like-
it on fire and threw it into the East River. Wow. Okay.
Hopefully they cooked it and ate it because it's a cookbook store.
It's true. True.
But
And they threw
I'm so
themselves
glad
into the
there's
East River.
another cookbook store.
Yeah, well, you can definitely get anything you want in these villages. I've learned from the internet this week.
What have you gotten? What is the anything? Do
Well,
share with the
I-
class.
I do have to be here until 8 p.m., so I have to hold some things. But I will say I did learn about not only a cookbook store, but I also learned about a very niche Pride store where they only sell Pride paraphernalia. So like if you you know how you go to
Yeah.
I don't know,
You
you
got
go to
the
a concert.
t-shirt.
Right, you go to a band concert, you have a merch. This is a whole store dedicated to Pride merch.
Is it only open during Pride Month or is it open year round?
I don't know. I didn't go in.
You didn't go in.
I didn't go in and talk. I just went in and what did you say?
Is this a spirit Halloween?
Yeah, it's a Spirit Halloween for Pride.
Just for, what,
Okay, if
is
big
it the
corporate, if
location
you're
of a
listening to
Spirit
this,
Halloween?
Do not dare. It's on Avenue C.
Okay, so it's not actually
It's
a literal
C-
Spirit Halloween
It's
turned
C
into
and
Pride
12.
store.
But no,
Okay.
it's very, very tiny, and I really wanted to go in, but the door was locked. So,
I hope they're open. I think it is Pride Month this month.
yeah, Pride is in
So-
June. It's June 5th. We're 5 days in.
Wow.
Are you watching
Alright.
the Knicks game tonight, by chance?
I am not. I'm
Why not?
sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I will.
All
I
right, well.
cheer them on from afar, but they don't need me to watch because they're gonna play amazingly with or without me.
Did you hear that, East Village?
They're gonna win. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They don't need. What's your name? I'm sorry.
I will not be naming myself on this radio
We're
station.
gonna call you Wanda. Wanda.
Okay, I'm Wanda.
Wanda says, Nix, you don't need her.
No, you have my support. You don't need me to watch.
Right,
I don't
you're-
want to add to your performance
Juju.
anxiety.
Yeah. Wow, she's calling everyone out in the East Village right now. So,
Do
if-
the Knicks, are they located in the East Village? Any
wow,
of the
she's
Knicks
calling
players
it
live
out.
in the East Village?
She's calling them out. I don't think that. I
I'll
bet
show
they
you
don't
around.
Even,
I'll give you a tour of the neighborhood.
I don't think they live in these. Where do you think the Knicks players live, Peter? Do you think they live like? I think they live in Secaucus. Like I don't think they even live
no
in
way.
New York.
I don't think you can play for a New York team and live in Secaucus.
Well, okay, but like okay,
You have to live in New York City.
You're a rich athlete. You're a Yankees.
We got
Like
some Westchester going on.
Westchester. Oh.
They're in the 5 boroughs.
They're in the 5 boroughs, you think?
Listen, I would love that.
I believe in
Okay.
the Knicks. I believe in the players.
You believe in the Knicks. Okay, what's a Knicks player that you think would live in like Midtown, let's say, like in a penthouse in Midtown?
I bet all of them.
I think Josh Hardwood.
Josh Hardwood. Okay.
Yeah, he's got that fight in him. You know, he's fighting for those rebounds. He's getting out there. He doesn't mind doing the dirty work of navigating Midtown.
Okay.
Place in the world.
All right.
The
So he
tourists
doesn't
and the
mind.
subway.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but Peter says he doesn't think he minds dealing with Midtown, which is, he's about to deal with it because the World Cup is coming and it's going to be terrible.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay, Wanda, thank you for your tip. I hope your table at Oddball gets ready soon. Did you have an RSVP?
We came from Oddball.
Oh, you came from, and they sent you over here?
They sent us over here.
Wow, they should have sent you guys with drinks for us.
You didn't ask. I would have
Yeah,
brought them over.
I don't think they're allowing alcohol in this space, unfortunately.
You
They
guys
don't
should
have a
work on
liquor
that.
license. I know. So if you are a representative of City Council listening to HNT.FM right now, liquor license needed at 181 Avenue B, ASAP.
The public supports this message.
Yes, the public has already voted. Okay, thanks, Wanda.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so if you are listening and you have an opinion about anything we just talked about, 917-231-1965 is exactly where you need to be. I think that kind of ends our internet sleuthing, Peter. What do you think?
I think we got to the bottom of everything. Yeah, I think we worked the whole East Village out. All right, bye, Wanda. Bye, Wanda's friend.
We love Wanda, Wanda's friend. 14th and
Wanda
B,
had
go
an
visit
amazing
them.
radio voice. Did you
She
notice
really
that?
did. I was like, why am I
Mellifluous.
hosting the show? Okay, so let's just say goodbye to the East Village internet. We cruised it. That's what we call pride. Let me tell you something. I think it's nice to go back to East Village days where it's just one East Village space. When life, like Wanda has said, was actually simpler because there was only one version of ourselves walking around up there, and it was a version of ourselves where we were in constant contact with real life, Peter. This is before the internet. So now it's time for us to honor the real life people who came before us, before the internet hit East Village. It's called my favorite segment, East Village Idiots.
We thought about calling it just East Village Idiots, but then we realized, no, say it twice.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's snappy.
It didn't make sense. So that's why we're here for Village Idiots. And I know this is a fake punk band for those of you listening who are real East Village punkers, but what can I say?
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
Replace that with East Village Idiot. Okay, so East Village Idiot. East Village Idiot. East Village Idiot. East Village Idiot.
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 Village Idiot.
Yeah, is a segment near and dear to my heart because, you know, when you got a guy who has a guy who has a guy, yeah, that's what East Village Idiot is. Like, I got friends with wealths of knowledge regarding this very specific New York neighborhood, and this is a place where I get to honor the people who came into this neighborhood before me, who drew me into this place, and told me why they loved it. This is a segment where I interview people who lived here pre-Target. That's huge. If you knew East Village before Target, you know what's up. And first up on the list is my dear friend Dennis, who, fun fact, has been on multiple game shows, not as a contestant, but as a game board operator with fun hats. He has a hat that has a neon sign. Dennis, if you're listening, we are so excited to have you. And he has a lot of fun shirts. He's one of the most fun people I know. He keeps the show running on all the major game shows you watch. Family Feud. Price is Right, Make a Millionaire. What's it called? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That one, yeah. He's on that several times. He's working on a puppet show right now called Ming the Clam. Shout out, Google Ming the Clam. He's also the biggest Knicks fan I've ever met in my life. So, you know, he's really living life right now, and I got a chance to catch up with him. So I sat with him down earlier today. I absolutely love Dennis.
And you love him so much that you introduced him into a segment about idiots.
Exactly. He's my village idiot. And, yeah, we're going to hear from Dennis. And I'm going to let you guys listen in on my interview with him from earlier today. Hi, Dennis. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. Are you aware that you are on a segment called Village Idiot?
I'm aware. I'm very proud to be apparently the #1 village idiot.
Yeah, you were
on
the
there.
inaugural Village Idiot. That's right. And that's because you were one of the first people I met in the city who loved the East Village. So, Dennis, what years did you live there? How long did you live there for? Tell the people, give them your creds, give them your street creds.
Sure. Yeah, I lived in the East Village while I was in Stuyvesant Town, right on the edge of Stuyvesant Town, 14th and Avenue C. I was
Nice.
there in the same 2-bedroom apartment from
Whoa.
2000 and so I moved to LA 2018, so I was there from 2008 to 2018.
Okay, you hit your 10-year
10
mark.
years. I hit my 10-year mark.
Did your rent stay the same the whole time you were there?
Well, actually, it wildly fluctuated because the time when I moved in there, Stuyvesant Town, they were marketing them all as luxury apartments.
Okay.
So I came in there. I was there with my good friend from high school and his good friend from college, and so I was in I said it's 2-bedroom, but we converted the living room halfway into a.
Nice.
So it was a three bedroom. So we had this
Classic
big wall. I lived in
Stuytown.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. And then at some point, one of the tenants had been suing. It's like I joined in on a class action lawsuit.
Whoa.
Successful. Yeah, because they were not allowed to do what they were doing because it said Stuyvesant Town was built for exactly. So it dropped, and by the time I moved out, I was paying approximately what I was paying at the start of the 10-year thing. And at some point, I got a decent chunk of change back. So Stuytown did me well.
Yeah. Okay.
Time,
Good for
yeah.
you. And then you were in the 2-bedroom by yourself after that?
No, I was never. And that became part of the problem. Was then at some point I was the only one allowed to be on the lease, so it was like I'm living there and I have to find roommates because I couldn't afford to live there on my own.
Sure.
So it just became this I mean, there were times I had friends that lived in there, but it was just like becoming strangers coming into the place. So at some point, I got rid of the fake wall, so I moved into the master bedroom of the place, and then it was just a turning point of different people coming in that second bedroom. So
I see.
It became yeah.
So you were the Craigslist daddy, is what I really hear.
Yeah, a lot of Craigslist and roommates for sure. But I mean, it was fun because it was worth keeping. It was just a nice place and such a great neighborhood. So, and at the time, work took me towards the West Coast, so that was kind of how I had to leave.
You had to sadly leave. Okay. Well, tell me, that was in 2018. You've been back several times. I've seen you, luckily, some of those few times. What do you feel about the neighborhood has changed? What was the first thing you noticed and you were like, uh-oh, it's not the same?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing just for Manhattan in general that's striking is just obviously COVID happened in between where I left, and now
terrible.
Like having all these bars and restaurants spill out into the street is such a weird.
Yeah, very European, huh?
I know, it just feels like a different place altogether, and just I mean, that's striking to me. And then just a lot of just like a lot of the little stores that were more kind of mom and pops or whatever becoming national chains. So they're what strikes me is on 14th right now by between A and B, there's that Target and a whole bunch of stuff. And at one point when I had left, that was kind of in development because that corner deli had burnt down there.
Oh.
And so they started there was a pizza shop, I think, that burnt down and took down that corner. There was a corner deli there, and then they just started buying up all the places on that that route and turned it into what it is now. It used to be had a little Blarney Cove was a bar right there. There was the diviest of dives that you could ever be in. And,
cool.
To see it become a national chain is a little a
Yeah.
little bit sad, but things are some of the same spots are there. It just feels like it's hard to come back to a place that like this was my home, and you walk past your building and you realize like, well, I don't have the key to that anymore. So it's like,
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That Target fluorescent lighting, every time I look at myself at the self-checkout camera, it is unflattering. I have to call my Botox lady immediately. So I'm also not a fan of the national chains in East Village. All right. So, every time I interview a village idiot, which is the first time, so every time from this point forward, I'm going to play a game called What Was and What Is. I know you're
yeah,
not a current East Village resident, so we'll focus on your time, 2008 to 2018. I
yeah,
just want to ask you, about drinking, and since that is such a staple of every East Village person's life,
yeah.
and I'm just gonna ask you what was or what is your current favorite, or sorry, what was or what is your favorite place to? We'll start with grab a beer and let's see if it's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot of my time in the East Village was tied with drinking, so that's a perfect place to start. What I like about my level of alcoholism or whatever, whatever you want to call it was that you can hide it a little bit if you can spread it out amongst different places. So, like, like our
That's a good
cheers are all on the same
strategy.
bar.
No one
Everyone knows
knows
your
that
name.
you're drinking a lot if they don't see you drinking a lot.
Yep. Until you see a bartender or an owner from one of them go pop into the bar, another
Yeah.
bar, and then you realize that moment where they feel like, oh, you're cheating on me. That's-
Yeah, that's not the greatest. So,
but
yeah, where do you go for a beer? What was or what is for a beer?
well, I know it's still there, and one of the most recent times I was there, one of my favorites is 7B, the Horseshoe
Ah,
Bar, in
love that
Essex,
bar.
or whatever it is. I believe, unless it's shut down in the last few months,
Oh, it's still there.
it's still there, and I can't imagine it
It's
going
still yeehaw or neehaw,
away.
neehaw, like, whatever horse sounds, whatever sound horses make.
Yeah, and what I love about that one too is just like, it's a dive, but it's like true dive, like unpretentious as it always kind of has been. Um, and just having that horseshoe setup of the bar, it creates like a good environment for if you're just popping in there by yourself and you want to have a couple beers, maybe have a conversation with a stranger. Like it creates angles to be able to talk to people and stuff like
Totally.
that. I think it so it just kind of opens up your world a little bit, and it was always
Looks,
kind of on the cheaper side.
that's a
And they
key.
have Yingling on draft. That's my
That's your
favorite,
go-to. Well,
and I'll miss that because it doesn't come out here in the West Coast, so that's where I want to go.
well,
It's called Common Ground, which was sort of like an in between, like not a dive bar, but semi fancy. It closed down, and it became a good cocktail spot. And I'm not sure, I can't remember the name of it. I remember having like a raccoon.
oh,
You know what I'm talking about? It's like
yeah.
on 14th between, I want to say between 12th and 11th or 12th and 13th. You know what? I don't think. I was kind of looking on the map earlier today, and I don't think that's it. That was a place I wouldn't have been, I don't think,
Mm.
unless they changed the name. So it could be. I could be talking about what was in the double form. It's. I say, like I'm generally a beer kind of guy, so I kind of gravitated more towards all.
My very first initiation to the East Village, the night ended at Planet Rose. I'm sure that is
Oh yes.
definitely not the fancy cocktail spot you were referring to, but I do remember seeing the zebra print and it was spinning, and that's when I realized I needed to go home. So,
Yeah,
um,
Planet Rose is good. Is Planet Rose still kicking?
oh, it's still there. Don't you worry. All the
Oh, good,
village
good, good.
idiots can still get their stripes mixed up in their head and do some spins and kick off some karaoke. So I guess that leads me into I know you're a huge Knicks fan, and
I am.
you know, the Knicks are going to play tonight. And if you were in East Village today, where would you go watch the game? Or where would you have watched the game if the Knicks had been in this position, I don't know, let's say in 2012? I mean, what's your go-to spot for watching your favorite team?
Yeah, I'll say this was something that won't exist anymore. I believe it's shut down. On Avenue A, there was a place called, I'm sticking with the horse theme, I guess. It was called the Horse Box.
Okay.
And so that, just like what I like about a sports bar is, well, one, you have to have a good amount of TVs, obviously, and a place that will put the game audio on. Even if you can't really hear the announcers or what's going on, it just gives you that ambiance, that feel.
Important.
And so that was like a place that I would have gone. I went to a whole lot of games that got me through the insanity. I'd say that would be the the last time I was in New York when the Knicks were really good was in that Carmelo Anthony and the Linsanity, where the whole city was just taken up with Jeremy Lin when he took over basketball for like a 15-game period or whatever it was. So I had many a game at
the horse box.
And unfortunately is no longer there.
I'm sad to say to our listeners that they can't horse box it up, but maybe that's a bad omen anyways. What are you hoping to see tonight in the game? Like what are you looking forward to? I mean, game 1 was such a nail biter. The Knicks really pulled through right at the perfect time, at the end of the game.
I know this is just an insane period to be a Knicks fan, because obviously we've been waiting a very long time to get back in this spot. 1999. It's crazy, and just how they got there too. Like this thing, it was typical playoff basketball through the first round. The Knicks were down 2-1, lost 2 heartbreaking close games, and you're just like, you thought they're better than that, and then just now to rattle off 12 in a row now.
Wow.
In the fashion they've done, it's just double-digit wins, almost all of them. So it's just crazy to think that, I was -7 the last time they won the championship in 1973. So it's like, to imagine that's my team that I love. I love basketball, and just to have that this could be it. We're 3 wins away from what felt like something that was just never going to happen. So
wow. And then what? And then you can just go back to the Horseshoe Bar and drink away the rest of your life because you've accomplished everything you need to accomplish.
Yeah, I know. What is there to do? Yeah. It's all for Dennis. Yeah.
Well,
so that's it. I'll probably be back in New York, I think, looking at flights, because just to get back into that, it's so different to watch a game out here. I find Knicks fans around, and there's like one bar that's dedicated to the Knicks out here, but you have to get there 3 or 4 hours before the game to get a spot. So it's not really like, you don't have that community, that atmosphere, where I know New York is probably just buzzing now, like everybody wearing the blue and orange.
yeah, totally. Even the subway's painted blue and orange. You know what?
Yeah.
Dennis, we look forward to having you back in our village. And thank you for being on the show today. And I think we should get a go next. Yeah?
Yeah, let's go Knicks. Take it home.
All right. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. So, what a fun time it was to talk to someone who got to live here for so long. You guys, I wish we could all go to the horse box and watch the Knicks game tonight. Sadly, we cannot. But Dennis, we were all with you at the horse box in spirit. If you have someone that you know who would be a great candidate to be our East Village idiot, call 917-231-1965. Our lines are always open. Well, I think that means it's time for us to address the mask. Thank you, Peter. The mask part of June, if you know what I'm saying, which is, it is time for sports. SPORTS.
Oh my God, we've got our first call.
Oh my God, we have a caller. Oh my God, it's our first call. Okay, and hello, you were live on the Diet Coke hotline. You are with us on East Village Yappers. East Village Yapper, tell us who you are. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi, East Village Yapper. Who am I talking with today? You're live on the air.
Dude, you're so delayed. You're talking to Emily Burke straight from East Franklin Village.
Oh, wow. Where is East Franklin Village located at?
Beautiful Los Angeles, California.
Oh, my God. Are you calling from LA, our sister city?
Hold on. I have a timer going off. You have to give me a second.
Okay. While Emily, our soul sister in Los Angeles, East Feliz is what I think they like to call it there in LA because they are racist. While she sets up her timer, we will.
It's off. We're back, baby.
Oh, there she is. She's back. Okay, what's going on in East Village of LA? What's happening?
Oh, not a damn thing. That's for sure.
Any drama? Any good Thai food? You got Thai Village right there. You got Silver Lake.
Got Erewhon delivered. Sitting with my dog in the beautiful leather.
Oh wow, that's amazing. What's your dog's name, Emily?
Well, that's contentious. It's currently Lisa, but there's another name that we're considering.
I love the name Lisa. I think a lot of East Villagers here would love a dog named Lisa. We met a dog named Bo earlier. I think Beautiful. Bo and Lisa would probably get on if they weren't neutered. Yeah? What do you think?
Lisa loves boys.
Oh, yeah. Bo was a pit bull.
Oh, well, I don't think they would go together.
Dogs don't care. It's Pride Month.
That's so true. A pit bull and a chihuahua, 6-pound chihuahua. Gorgeous combination.
It is a gorgeous combination. So, Emily, can you tell me, have you ever been to the East Village, New York City?
Probably.
I think you have been, and I think maybe you knew and love a bar where maybe you spent some time with people and you weren't allowed to talk. Do you remember this bar?
Oh yeah, Burp Castle. I sent my director, my friend at work is visiting this weekend, and I told her she has to go, or else it's going on her review for the year that she doesn't follow orders.
Oh, I see. Also, I just want you to know that my co-host Peter here is holding up with a pit bull and a chihuahua. If they were to have a baby, that's what it would look like. So that's Lisa and Bo baby. Beautiful. That's what we call Lisa Bo Jr., everyone. Lisa Bo Jr. on the screen. Okay, so Burp Castle. I think that might be your favorite. And actually, Bo's owner, Josh, argued that East Village should extend to 4th Avenue. And I think Emily makes a case for that because 4th Avenue is where Burp Castle is. Emily, tell me what you loved about your time at in East Village at Burp Castle specifically. Do you remember that time you went there and what happened?
Yeah, I took some of my loudest friends, and they walk in, you get shushed immediately. There's weird old smells coming out of every single corner in there. It's gorgeous.
Would you say that East Village is a place you would live if you were allowed to live in New York City?
Probably. I would probably live in my friend's apartment with her.
Yeah, I wonder where your friend lived. I bet she lives at 4th and 1st. Yeah.
4th and 1st for sure.
Yeah, for sure. 4th and 1st for sure.
I'm starting to piece this all together.
We share a bed. My husband would sleep on the couch.
Yeah, probably. Because why would your husband share a bed with you when you could share a bed with your best friend?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what we call East Village Pride Month, baby.
This is Pride.
This is Pride. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, Peter. Happy Pride, Coca-Cola. Oh, shit. I hope this doesn't hang you up. Emily, I know that you're a longtime listener, first-time caller, so I appreciate you.
Of course.
There's one other thing I want to know before I let you go.
Okay.
When it comes to East Hollywood living and East Village living,
Yeah.
what would you say makes East Village better? Like, not like better in the sense of like for, getting around, but like better in regards to, very specifically drinking. What would you say is better about East Village, New York City?
Oh, well, I mean, I love drinking at 11 a.m., that's for sure.
Yeah, we're a bunch of
Nobody's doing that
alcoholics here. Got it. Keep going. Sorry.
Wait, that's basically it.
Oh, okay. You love an excuse to drink at 11 a.m. It sounds like you're, I heard that you once went on a trip to Italy, and that was the same thing you said about Italy, yeah?
Yeah, it's the same thing I say about anywhere I go on vacation, I guess.
Wow. So what I'm hearing is you love to vacation here.
Just love an excuse to drink all day,
Ah, I see. Well,
Which
okay.
is healthy, correct?
I think that's very healthy. So I think if you are a listener here and you want to drink all day, what I'm hearing is East Village is the place to do that.
Amen, sister.
Amen, sis.
Amen, sis.
Amen, sis. Okay, well, I'm just going to say cheers with the Diet Coke phone to Lisa. May she
Cheers
live
to
a
Lisa.
long, happy life.
Cheers to Diet Coke. Cheers to Katie Braswell, greatest
Here's to
host ever
Bo.
born.
I don't have a last name. My name is DJ, and then my last
Katie,
name's
Katie,
Katie.
whatever.
Thank you very much. Emily, thank you for calling in.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, that was fun. Okay, so, anyways, back to, what are the teams in, the Lakers, fuck the Lakers, and?
The Lakers are
And
not
the
playing in the
Clippers?
NBA Finals.
I know they're not,
No.
and the Clippers, right?
In Los Angeles? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so fuck the Lakers, fuck the
Fuck the
Clippers, it's all Knicks, baby.
Fuck Kobe Bryant.
It's all butts. And it's all Knicks. East Villagers. If you are a sports fan or more of a like to drink and socialite kind of sports fan, like myself, there's a lot of coming to East Village within the next few weeks. Okay, first up, Knicks game tonight, 8 p.m. Right when we get off air. You better lock in, hose down, baby. This is a huge East Village. Dennis mentioned it, and I think that as an East Villager, I would appreciate a list of places where we can get a glimpse of our potential champions. So let's talk about where we can watch the game tonight. Yeah, Peter?
Yes.
Okay. I think the most obvious spot, which was covered by my favorite segment, or place on the internet, is Evie Grieve. Is Mary O's. So the owner of Mary O's have put up these big poster signs right in the windows of the pub that says, let's go Knicks. So not only we do love her soda bread on 7th Street, we also love her bar. The reason that I love her bar, Peter, is because pre-COVID, yeah, I'm a pre-COVID East Villager myself, is...
She's got the armband.
I got the armband to prove it. That's right. I got the tattoo we all got during COVID because we were alone together.
So we all got the shot, which was full of 5G. We all know about that.
Yeah, right. We're aware. So with that being said, Mary O's open. I think we got. He's not gonna come in. East Village, Mary O's was a place prior to COVID where the Buffalo Bills were doing really good. They didn't go to the Super Bowl, but they were doing really good. Or did they go to the Super Bowl? They didn't go. They went to the playoffs, and they were like really good. And everyone was really excited to be a Buffalo Bills fan. And this is the time that everyone on the internet learned about a very sacred Buffalo Bills tradition, which is when you jump off an elevated space, which is illegal in most Southern sororities, fun fact, onto what you would assume is a ping pong table, but now becomes a beer pong because it's Buffalo Bills football, and you slam it with your body like a belly flop, and you say go Bills as you go down and lose consciousness. So Mary O's hosted my first segue into the Buffalo Bills fandom, and I witnessed not one, not two, not three, but 4 men at Mary O's jump down onto the table and lose consciousness over a very important Buffalo Bills games in 2019. Yes, this is a true story. I saw this happen and I said, I think I'm a Buffalo Bills fan because I didn't have allegiance to any team. So like, why not? Because what are the Giants and Jets doing? Sorry for all you listeners out there, but the Bills seem to be doing something. Unfortunately, COVID hit and Mario's, very fortunately, has stayed open. So I would love to hear your favorite sports bars in East Village. If you do have a favorite sports bar, you should call 917-231-1965. Maybe this guy drinking a beer out here would know. Oh, he's talking. No, he definitely doesn't know any sports bars, but he's got a big dog, which would make me think he knows about sports bars. So anyway, so Mario's has this cutest hand-painted sign that says, "Let's go Knicks," and it's such a neighborhood staple, and it's like everyone's like all excited that she's like, "Let's go Knicks." So not only are you real Knicks fans if you can watch there tonight specifically, but you're also a real East Villager if you can go to Mario's like right now because it's probably already really full. But I have some classic East Village spots that you can watch the game in approximately 38 minutes. You can go to the Harry Lemon. There's a few tunnels and bridges kind of vibes, but it's an old reliable in the neighborhood. Then there's the Grafton. If you turn 30 years old and happen to go there as your last stop before the night, could take an Irish man to the bathroom with you and figure out some things. So the Grafton is a wonderful spot. There's also the Long Pour, which is a true neighborhood staple. I highly recommend. And if you have a dog like this gentleman out here who just passed our door, you go to Spike's and you can watch sports and you can take your dog and everyone really, really likes it. If you go to spots...
But Katie, where would you go if you wanted innovative cocktails?
I would go to Oddball, but we'll address that later. So if you got a spot where you're watching the Knicks, call 917-231-1965. Tell us where you're watching the Knicks game tonight. We really, really want to know. And Peter, if you see anybody interesting walk by, ask them, where are they watching the Knicks? Because we'd like to know, and maybe they can tell everyone here on the mic. Anyways, in addition to East Village spots where you can watch the Knicks in the championship. It's not the playoffs. It's the championships. There's this guy. God bless him. Excuse me, the finals. Peter will tell us more on that in a second. There's this guy, God bless him, who created a map of where you can watch all of the Knicks games in all of New York, like bars who are advertising it and saying, hey, come mess up our space and do some Bill-like things to our tables. If you know what I mean, I opened the map up today, and this is where the ball suggests. So the bars where you should watch the Knicks game, yeah, you could. Do you like the Knicks? I do. Oh, come. Okay, so there's this guy on the internet. Okay, he created this like digital map where you can. It's like all the Knicks watch parties, right? And you can click on it. So when you click on it by neighborhood, I narrowed it down to East Village. This is East Village Yappers. That's the radio show you're on. Just say, what's your name?
Ethan.
Oh, you're talking to the mic, Ethan.
Ethan.
Hi, Ethan. I'm Katie. It's nice to meet you,
Nice to
Ethan.
meet you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. Okay, so these are the bars he suggested. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read them out loud to you, the bars that he suggested, and you live react and tell me what you would think about watching the Knicks game there tonight if you were there, okay?
Sure.
So the first place he suggested is the Phoenix Bar.
Oh, I know it. Okay. Not for a Knicks game, but okay for another night.
Okay, great. Then there is Kelly Sports Bar.
I don't know that one. It sounds like a crazy night, though.
Well, it is a sports bar.
Yeah,
so.
I'd say that save that maybe for like if we get to a game 6 or game 7.
Oh, I
like
see.
probably game 7 because that would be not in town. So game 7 would be perfect for that.
Okay, great. What about the Grayson?
I don't know that one.
Oh,
What do you think about that
Grayson?
one?
Okay, the Grayson.
Or maybe I do. That feels like some place I went in my 20s.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's a little interny.
Yeah.
I just moved to New York in my 20s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe. Who knows?
All right. What about standings?
I don't know this one.
I would call it.
There's a lot of bars.
I would call it East Village Hooters.
Okay, so this is the guys' night.
This is standings is a guys' night.
Guys'
yeah.
night, but like if you're like 5 guys or if you're like 10 guys or none of the above.
None of the above, unfortunately.
We're pulling up standings on Google in New York City. It is the rare $1 to $10 bar.
Hell yeah!
I mean, I think that helps for a night like this, though, right?
You're completely right, but it might be packed because of that. And then there are 2 spots that he put on there that I thought were a little eclectic, and obviously this is not a place I would think of as traditionally a place to watch a sports game.
Sure.
Which is the Boiler Room.
Okay. Yes. Right? Yes, I think so. And well, let's see what you say next. But I think for both of those, the thing is, there's sports bars, and then there's the Knicks are in the finals for the first time in decades. These are two different things. So
right.
You know what? I don't want to rule them out. I mean, this is what I go see a regular game there, maybe not. But like this, I think all bets are off for this particular set of games that we're going into. I think you could kind of make any work as long as the location is down with what they're trying to do. Bring something to it, is bringing the energy. I think so. I mean, I was reading about that one bar where they were, what was like with one of the sports prediction markets or whatever. They were like doing it where you could actually have your dinner free. Like if you're bringing that kind of vibe, I think that's what the city is all about. I mean, we had a Spike Lee op-ed in the New York Times about how New York is back. So I think I don't want to judge these venues.
Do you think New York ever went away?
It never went away, but this is special. I mean, it's a rare occasion that we get a chance in New York to be even more excited than normal. And so I guess just now I'm thinking about this for all these venues. I've been giving my opinion, but maybe actually we should be more open-minded on what could be a good bar for the Knicks in the NBA Finals, because whatever a venue is, 360 days out of the year, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what it has to be now.
Which adds to the next and final place he
Okay.
suggested, which is the Bowery Collective.
Oh, yes.
Electric. Excuse me. Electric.
So this was very special to me and my friends because it was one of the few places where you could get a private space affordably before, you're already barely affording rent and everything else. Like when you're younger in New York, they made it very affordable to have a big gathering with your friends. It would always be live music, a lot of energy. So I just have a soft spot in my heart for that place.
That's really sweet.
Yes, but also I think the venue could get nuts for an event like this. If for example, they have room to put up a big projector to display. The energy the staff brings is always awesome. They got a lot of good space to spread out, but then also to make new friends. Like I think that'd be an awesome spot. Yeah, that's my vote.
Where are you watching it tonight?
I don't know yet, but maybe I'll check
Yeah,
that
you
out.
should
Who knows?
check out some of
Yes.
these spots.
I was just walking by. I was looking for the bar that used to be here that I guess moved across the street. But then I thought y'all seem like you know what you're doing, and I just walked in, and here we are.
Unfortunately, we don't have a liquor license yet, so
Yet.
And when we do, we will be showcasing all of our. This is called East Village Yappers.
Yes.
So we love yapping.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have people here to yap and tell us what's going on. Where do you live in East Village?
I do not. I used to.
Where did you used to live?
I was a little bit all over. I was more in Alphabet City, actually.
We love Alphabet City. It's still East Village.
Yes, great. And then I did Lower East Side. I've done it all, basically.
Where are you now?
Now I'm in the Gramercy area.
Okay, so you can still walk down, see what's going on. So you play here.
Yes, and I've played on a number of the courts here. In fact, I just watched a lot of games that were going on.
Oh, wow. So
here.
you're a baller.
Used
You
to
ball.
be, yeah, used to be.
Oh, okay.
And very excited for this game. But also, I mean, I'm really glad that I get to see the Knicks compete. I mean, I grew up in Atlanta. It's not like I grew up rooting for the Knicks, but I've been in New York 15 years now. New York is a special place. It's great when our teams are doing well. And this New York story is just awesome. The Knicks are amazing.
Yeah, it's a great story.
We can show out like nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for
It reminds me of the Atlanta Braves going to the World Series a few years
Oh,
ago.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Had a peak in the 90s, went dead for a while, and now we're back.
Agree.
Yeah.
And great call. I think for that, and I'm not as much of a baseball guy, but everyone was rooting for us because they're like the Dodgers cannot win, and then more than the Astros cannot win because of all
because they're cheaters.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it would have felt like if we were playing against OKC. So it would have actually been an even better narrative. But in this way, it's like there's two great teams, great stories, great players.
It's Gen Zs versus the Millennials, baby.
I agree.
Who's gonna win?
I agree. I mean, these kids are like 20 years old. Some of them that are
yeah,
playing.
no,
It's
they're
nuts.
so young. They shouldn't be in this, but they should be because that's what happens. It's exciting.
Yes. So then, who's your team? Are you a Knicks fan?
I could say I'm solidly Knicks fan. I like the Knicks because I'm a New Yorker.
Yes, exactly.
I like the Knicks because I'm a New Yorker. But there's also the Nets. Remember when the Nets went to the playoffs a few years ago?
I
that
do.
Was kind of crazy.
I mean, they probably should.
I got a Nets T-shirt.
They were. I mean, look, they were what Kevin Durant part of a shoe size away from going to the next round. That was fun. But honestly, there is no substitute for a team like the Knicks being excellent. And that's what we have this year.
Absolutely.
We really do.
It's like Spike Lee making a great film. Although his last film was terrible.
Well,
you didn't see it.
But you know what?
It's
It's when we don't reward filmmakers long enough for their
They get
truly
courtside
special.
tickets at
Yes.
the Knicks,
And I think there's some
and they
res-
throw a party
Yeah,
in Fort
exactly.
Greene.
But then there's some resentment I think that forms too of just almost. And I mean, Spike Lee and Tom Cruise are two very different people, but I look at both of them and like they kind of did everything you would expect, and then just kept getting rejected by the establishment in terms of being recognized for their work.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that eventually they went off and just kind of did their own thing, and then
Yeah.
went to larger
Scientology?
Yeah, well, that too. But it's, I don't know. Is how do we feel? Where are we on religion these days? I hear it's coming back.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is
Yeah.
coming back. Oh my God, that's a part of a segment that's coming up later. It's like
Yes.
religious segment.
And they're called what are they? They're calling it the non-dom religions,
the
right?
meaning Mamdani religion.
Well, so actually, now that you say that, I was thinking non-denominational, but it could be non-Mamdani.
Mamdani
I'm sure his people
denominational.
are probably going to make a TikTok something out of this
Sure,
now.
yeah.
This will be
Yeah, I'm
trending,
sure
but
for our thousands of people watching right
yes.
now. Yeah.
So what do you have coming up next? Let's,
Oh yeah, well we're just talking about sports in East Village because this is a really packed month. We've got the Knicks and the
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. So like, where are you watching the World Cup? What have you been thinking about with the World Cup? Like you're figuring out where to watch the Knicks in approximately 28 minutes.
Yes.
So where are you going to watch the World Cup?
I don't know.
Okay.
It hasn't sank in yet that we're going to have these games the possibility to go live. I just don't think I've ever even considered that. I'm so used to the World Cup being something that happens on a different time zone a world
Yeah,
away.
totally. I think about it all the time.
Right? But
Yeah.
then now I'm seeing how France, which
Yeah.
is one of the favorites, is going to be playing at the
At
Meadowlands.
7 p.m. our real time.
Right,
And
and-
not 3 p.m. on a Monday
Exactly.
like we usually expect.
But
as
so I
New
heard
Yorkers.
I heard actually that Game 6 of the NBA Finals, which would be theoretically the last game that would happen in New York at MSG.
Yeah, it's the same
the
day.
same day, right?
As a World Cup game.
That's nuts.
I know.
You can go
16.
see
It's terrible.
France play.
June
and then-
16th. It's France versus Senegal.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's going to be crazy because it's colonizer versus colonizee.
Yes.
And then it's going to be
True.
the Knicks versus, the rest of America, let's be honest.
Yeah, I think so. But it's we've got plenty of Knicks fans to stand up against, and we're filling other arenas. I'm hearing. So.
Yeah, and what I hear is stay away from 32nd Street.
Oh yes, I can.
Oh my God! Don't commute to work if you work in Midtown.
I can attest to that. Even the other night, you would have thought the game was
Right
at
here in
MSG
East Village.
because when they win, it just makes it even better. But it was crazy. It
it was
was
insane.
It was man.
I don't want to be here when they lose, so I hope Knicks in 4. Yeah.
Knicks in 4.
Knicks
yes.
at 4.
Why not?
Yeah, Knicks at 4. Did you hear that thing that we said earlier in the show? But our mayor is Muslim, our bagels are Jewish, our Christian is Dior. Knicks in 4.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Okay, you love it. Okay, great.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yes. If you ever see me walk by again,
Yeah,
just
we're
wave
gonna
me down.
yap you.
Yes, yeah.
We're gonna yap you anytime.
It was great to meet you.
It was great to meet you too. Okay, so we're speaking of World Cup. Wow. I spoke with my friend Ben, longtime East Villager, and I was like, Ben is British for reference, and he loves footy. So I was like, dude, where do you watch when you're watching the Premier League, when you're in the Champions League? Like, where are you going? Where are you watching your clubs? And he gave me a few. Actually, I'm sorry. Since we only have 25 minutes left in the show, I think it's important for you East Villagers to know when you go to your Knicks game tonight, I think you need to know a few takeaways. Like, Peter, you are a longtime Knicks fan. Been in the tri-state area for your entire life.
Sure, I wouldn't go that far, but that's fine.
So you
We're
could
adopting
maybe help
them.
some of the girlies out here who are trying to impress some of the other sports fans, enthusiasts. What would you say are some, some one-liners they can drop to make it seem like they know what the fuck they're talking about? Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, all
How
right.
can I impress people and let them know I'm actually an NBA fan for real?
Yeah. All right. So I mean, all right. So maybe we don't all know, but the most obvious stars on each team. It's Victor Wembanyama, the 7'5", potential GOAT that the Spurs have.
I'm sorry, how tall?
They list him at 7'4", and typically in the NBA they're like, yeah, this guy says he's 7 feet tall, but he's really 6'9". In Victor Wembanyama's case, okay, so here's
his
a line.
name again? Say it slowly.
Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, crazy.
Here's an easy one-liner. He's even taller than they list him at. Yeah.
That's
he's
like being on
taller.
a hinge, and it's like, you didn't say you're 5'9", you're actually 5'10". Shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's the opposite. That's how humble he is. He'll size himself down.
Say his name again for the viewers.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
He's a thoughtful 7'4" on paper, potentially
he's
even taller,
7'5" in
and he's a
person. And I
thoughtful
know
young
because
Frenchman.
I seen him play in person, and that's
And we
how
like
good-
him. And we like him. He's good vibes. He's good
good
vibes. He's good
vibes.
vibes.
Okay,
We
he's
want
good
him to
vibes.
lose, of course. We want him to crush. We want his dreams to die.
He's a Spurs.
But he's going down.
He's the Gen Zer everyone's talking about. 'Cause
Yeah.
he can defend.
Oh, it's
a great defender.
it's a
Okay,
lot. It's a
so
lot.
give me some Knicks
That's
ones
one.
later.
That's one. All right. So
We're gonna
easy.
move
We
to
got
the
some
bar.
Knicks
We're gonna
stuff.
move
All
to
right.
the
Here's
bar.
Knicks
We're
stuff.
gonna
All right.
move
We've
to
already mentioned this guy's name tonight, Josh Hart. Okay, because we know Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's the star. He's the point guard. He's scoring a lot of points. You know, we know what we know about Jalen Brunson. He's excellent. Josh Hart. Here's the line. Okay, if you really want to impress somebody, so any points he scores, that's just a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
you
All right.
drop that line.
Any points
you're
he scores,
getting laid.
just a bonus. Because he's bringing so much else to the table. Easy. They know you know ball if you say that instantly.
Brunson, any points he drops.
Hart.
That's
Josh
a
Hart. Josh Hart.
Oh, sorry.
Josh Hart. It's fine,
Let me
it's
start
fine.
over. Let me start. Those guys knew when they walked by that I was faking it. Josh Hart, any points he scored tonight, it's just a bonus.
It's just a bonus.
It's just a bonus.
He brings so much to the table.
And ladies, that's how you get drinks. That's how you get drinks.
That's easy. Carl Anthony Towns, another Nick.
Oh, yeah,
Star.
I know Mr.
You know,
Towns. We
Kat.
Yeah, exactly.
Who turned okay?
We know who he's dating.
This is very upsetting. He turned down an incredible New York nickname, which was the Bodega Cat.
Oh.
He said no to that, which we had to get over collectively to learn to love him again. But okay, another one to show you really know ball.
Okay, what?
They really unlocked his passing this postseason. Boom.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. All right, ladies. All right, watch me. Watch me, ladies. Watch me work. I'm waiting for a gentleman to walk by that seems really into basketball and on his way to watch the Knicks game. Oh, look, there's a Knicks jersey. Knicks jersey, will you come in? Will you come in, please? Oh, please, Knicks jersey, come back. Oh, God, we lost him. Okay. I wanted to say Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
We really didn't use him the best way we could have this season.
Wow. Really good. Really good. Finish it.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. We really didn't unlock the ability he has to pass.
She said it in her own words.
And if that guy in the jersey would have
If he
walked
had heard
in,
you
if he
say
heard
that-
me say that, he would have left the girl he was with and married me right
She
now.
doesn't know ball.
She doesn't know ball
that.
like I know ball because I learned that from Peter. Okay, so let's relock this in, East Villagers. You're gonna go to Phoenix Bar if you are a male seeking male. If you are a female seeking a hot Irish man to have sex in the bathroom with, that's the Grafton. If you are a long, poor person, that means you do not give a shit. You just want to watch the game. And same with the Harry Lemon. And if you have a dog that you love more than anything else in this world, you're going to go to Spike's. Okay, so with that being said, let's go next. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, right? Okay, so Nick's kick off in exactly 20 minutes, and we're going to talk about something that's way more important, which is the World Cup. And so as I mentioned earlier...
Whoa.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not very American for saying
no.
that. More important in the sense that there's more eyeballs. Okay? You got the entire world watching.
Nixon 4.
Nixon 4. Okay, so if you have a take on the Knicks game tonight, I encourage you to call 917-231-1965. Jordan, if you are on and listening, I know you're a big Knicks fan, so you should call us and tell us what you think about the Knicks game. That being said, I talked to, there he goes, 917-231-1965. If you have an interest in the World Cup, and you will, because your commute's going to be miserable. Your commute's going to be miserable in the next few months. What you're going to do is you're going to listen to me and my friend Ben, who's from England, and he loves footy, and you're going to hear where he suggests that you should watch a game. So we're going to go watch the World Cup at the following places. 11th Street Bar. Hammond's on 14th and A. That's a solid spot. Drop-off service. It's because it's Ben's favorite choice. You'll need to know someone to get in. He is kind of bougie. He is from England, for God's sake. Hammond's, to be clear, is the Arsenal bar, so they're feeling really sad right now because they just lost a huge Premier League game, blah, 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 championship game, blah, 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 blah. It's close enough. Championship, whatever. 11th Street Bar is a solid spot for everyone. But then I have an argument to all of Ben's places, and that is, ever since COVID, they've been closing St. Mark's Place off. And Gen Z on the internet, because I've been sleuthing, Gen Z loves to call it, as a joke, St. Mark's Street and not St. Mark's Place. And it's become this place online where basically Gen Z goes and they make fun of it because they feel like it's, oh, I'm sorry, we have a caller. We have a caller right now. A 917 caller. Okay, stand by. Hello, caller. Who is this?
Hey, Katie, it's Benjamin from earlier today.
Oh, hi, Benjamin from earlier today. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm just watching the show, and I don't even know anything about sports, so I can't add to this conversation.
Okay,
but
sure.
I did want to say that I'm loving the show.
Oh, thank you, DJ Benjamin. DJ Benjamin, I think you have a show coming up. What is it, this Thursday or the next Thursday? Maybe you can tell our listeners a date or time.
Oh, yes. It's next Thursday, same time as yours, 6 p.m. to 8, and it's called Vibe Index Radio.
Okay, great. I hear that you interview some really cool people. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I interview visual artists. So the show is just about the connection that they have to music and how it affects their art practice or their lives as well.
Okay, I love that. And then I hear, like, for your second half of the show, you do some of the mixing of your own, right?
Yeah, it's a 1-hour set that's based on a vibe, which I would also call like a theme. So this upcoming week is going to be glow. So that means the way I interpret it is like main character energy in every way.
Okay, I think that's the most East Village thing I've ever heard, because if you live in the East Village, you are the main character.
All y'all are.
Yeah, for real. Well, Benjamin, thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to listening to your show.
Yes, and congratulations on your show. I'm really, really loving it.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, well, we will be calling into your show, so you need to get a Diet Coke phone.
I do need to figure out how to do that.
We will get you a Diet Coke phone. Don't you worry.
All right.
Thanks, Benjamin.
All right. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, you too. Okay, well, we love Benjamin. Let's see. Let's get his back up and running here. Okay, so World Cup's coming up. And my hot take is East Village Street, as Gen Z is calling it, it's closed off. That means it feels European. And I know that to Gen Z, it feels very neoliberal, millennial corporate bullshit. Okay, I get it. I get what they're making fun of. But, like, imagine if the bars and the places on St. Mark Street bring out a projector, bring out the benches, the tables, and they just serve like crazy. They maximize their revenue in a very neoliberal way. I get it. But think about the European vibe, maybe the rest of the world vibe, arguably, in the sake of the name of soccer. What do you think?
Well, I have a direct comparison to this. As you know, Katie, I had a little spot in Williamsburg. That was my restaurant, and I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by just really old Italian guys, and they were wonderful. Can't recommend them enough. They'll bury a body for you. But not only that, they will, as happened in the case, I want to say it was 2024, or maybe it was earlier than that, Italy, who is not in the World Cup somehow, but they won the European Championships. And these old Italian men, including my neighbor whose name was Giuseppe, and that's not a slur, that's actually his name, that's a real thing, they would pull out old TVs with antennas and were no longer functional, and extension cords, and they would sit on the streets sipping espresso, screaming at the Italian team to do better, and sure enough, they cheered them on to victory. And I have to say, the ambiance was fantastic. And so anything we can do to recreate old Italian men sipping espresso, cheering on their national team, I think we have to. I think it's an obligation, actually.
Okay. that I say St. Mark's Place is, or excuse me, St. Mark's Street. God, that's terrible.
This is very upsetting.
It's absurd.
What do
It's
they say?
absurd. It's
Why do they
absurd.
think
Jitsi,
it's called
stop
St.
it. Stop
Mark's Place?
it. Stop
What are you
it.
doing
Just
that
let it
for?
happen.
Just
let it happen.
enjoy it. You can
Just let
enjoy
it
something
happen.
unironically, you know? Like maybe
Okay.
just have a drink because we're
I
all not
agree.
drinking
I agree.
and enjoy it.
But we only have 15 minutes left of our show until our next DJ comes on. So I think it's time that we say, go Knicks, World Cup, prep yourselves, East Villagers. Your life is about to be miserable for at least 4 solid weeks. And I think it's time for my favorite segment, which is... It's ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. It's time for love in Alphabet City, baby. ABC, easy as East Village. It's love in East Village. Peter, we're going to work on this title, okay? We're going to work on it. But there's literally no bad ideas, because as you can tell, Michael Jackson is our starting point. So, but what I'm excited about for this segment is we are going to do a real live blind date. But before I can set that up, I need all my singles in the neighborhood. So if you're listening and you are single and you're ready to mingle, you're going to call 917-231-1965 on your day off, and we're going to set you up on a blind date real live on the show. But that's going to be for our next show. So since we couldn't get that set up today, we're going to have a single person call with a single person problem, okay? You know, it's not just the single people that have the hard times. I realize that. So we're going to hear from someone else in just a moment. But the first thing I want to play is I had a caller call in this morning with a problem, and we're going to hear what Luke has to say about living in East Village and having a situationship. I think we all have been there before.
Katie, thanks for having me. I'm calling with a question that I hope that you and your listeners can help me with. I have a situationship from a few years ago that's reached out to me from when I lived out of state, and he's going to be in New York visiting and was asking if he could stay with me. A little bit of background, we had known each other for about a year, spent a lot of time together, both platonically and hooking up. We met on a hookup app, but he ended up being one of the first actual friends that I had in this small town that I was working in at the time in Minnesota. And when I was moving back to New York, we had one last night together, and he told me that he loved me. And the next morning I was driving back with all of my stuff to move back here. So I was wondering if you had any advice for me about, how to navigate him reaching back out and wanting to stay with me. I'm kind of nervous in terms of what to expect. We haven't really talked much since, and this text kind of came out of the blue. So would love any help that you have.
Okay, wow.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Thanks, Luke.
We
I really appreciate
Katie, thanks
we
for
have a
having-
lot of extra voices there. Okay, wow. So earlier today, I talked to Luke, as you could hear, and wow, that's quite the problem. My first gut punch reaction is this guy's coming to town. It feels like probably a pattern. I mean, he didn't tell you he loved you until the last night he saw you, and then he let you leave. And suddenly he's coming to New York City, probably on some sort of work trip or maybe just for fun. He wants to see the big lights in New York City. And what an easier, more thrilling way to get a fun wraparound, let's be honest, is to hang out with his friend. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Peter? Do you think that Luke should let Minnesota lover come and stay?
Yes.
Wait, why yes?
100% yes.
But why yes? But not for long term, for short term?
Well, it's inherently short term. He's in and out. He lives in Minnesota. I mean, you wouldn't be calling and asking about this if there wasn't some, built-in interest. It would be an easy no. And so, long term, is there anything to worry about? No. Short term, is there some enjoyment to be had? Yes. And even shorter term, do you have the keys to your apartment and he does not? And so in the worst case scenario, you can run away from him and lock yourself away safely.
Bold.
Leave him outside. Fuck him. And, yep. So 100% yes.
Okay, wow, Peter, that's a take. If you have a take on what Luke should do, you should call 917-231-1965. I also got a write-in caller calling today about what I'd like to call a girlfriend-boyfriend problem. And I feel like this leads into the heteronormative dynamic we see a lot. So I'm just going to read it and let us all respond, which is, hi, Katie. Big problems here on 2nd and 1st. I love where I live. It's a great rent-stabilized spot. I keep my weeknights pretty simple. I go home. I go to the gym. I woke up 9th. I grab a slice. On the weekends, you can find me at Anthology. Or maybe I treat myself to some real Italian food like at supper or Little Frankie's. However, my girlfriend, she's not as simple as me. She goes out every night. She's always meeting up with her friend, goes to shows. I just don't have the energy to keep up with her on the weekdays and even the weekends, but I really want to. I want to come across as the cool, suave guy she thought I was when she found me on Hinge. But now I need to really impress her. Do you have any go-to cocktail spots that I can take her to really show her that I'm turning a new leaf? Thanks, James. Okay. If you have a thought on what James should do, you should call 917-231-1965 within the next 9 minutes before we get off air. I think this is definitely somewhere Peter can help out. Peter was the beverage director at a highly acclaimed restaurant in another East neighborhood, what we like to call East Williamsburg. And let me tell you, when I say Peter knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's talking about. Peter's cocktails were some of the best cocktails I've ever had in my life, and I'm meaning this so genuinely. The thing about Peter is that he made this martini that was fried green tomatoes, and I loved it. It was so, so good. And then he made this margarita that was made not of limes, but of celery and cucumber, and it was so brisk, and it was amazing. And I still think about this, and I'm really sad because this place is shut down, so unfortunately you guys can't go. But all that to say is Peter has a lot of opinions about cocktails. And so, James, going back to what you have to say, is I think there's a lot of obvious spots in East Village, right? There's Schmuck. That's the big Instagram one. Sure. There's the classics, Amore and Margot. There's Death & Co., where every single person that I ever know comes to New York City have bookmarked and saved. But, if you're really trying to impress her, I think it's okay to pimp out the owners of this radio station. Oddball. Right here on 13th and B. James, I hope you're listening because Peter is about to school you in how to talk to your girlfriend about these cocktails. We had 2 right before each, before this. And, Peter, I really want to know what you thought. And, maybe you can give some lines to James here about what you thought about these cocktails so that he can impress his girlfriend. What do you say?
Well, yeah, no question. The places you named, Katie, yeah, they're great. But everybody knows that they exist, and no one would be impressed if you took someone there. So don't even bother. Also, they're hard to get into sometimes, so forget it. Oddball, also sometimes hard to get into, but much cooler and worth it. So we had, let's see, between the two of us, we had 4 of their cocktails. My favorite that I had was the Infinite Loop. And they're doing so first of all, what I just really like about what they're doing is they're aiming pretty high in terms of the concept, but they're not being total dicks and pretending that everybody knows every single thing that you need to know to try and do original stuff in the space of cocktailing. And so they have a very translatable menu, and it's on there. And yeah, we had the Infinite Loop, which was their take on a Vesper. But dude, they got some sesame gin in there. The sesame was coming through. They had a whey brandy. That's WHEY, like the protein. My job is literally to sell obscure spirits. I had to ask what a whey brandy was, and it was fantastic. Katie had this insane blueberry, salty, but also horseradish. Pickled kind of, daiquiri. It was insane. And so what you want to say to your girl is that they're bringing, they're bringing original flavors. They're bringing, original combinations, but they're not trying to leave anybody behind. They're original, but unpretentious, and so that's why you're bringing her here, because you want to show her what the real East Village is like. You don't want to show her just some money pumping machine like Death & Co., which if anybody from Death & Co. hears this, I'm really sorry, and I'm just kidding. You guys are the best. But let's get real. Sometimes you want to try something a little off the beaten path that's doing something completely original, and that's what we got at Oddball. And my favorite that I had was, listen, anytime you got strawberries and mushrooms in the same drink, and it's harmonious. You got to give it a try. So we got what's this? We got a new walk-in right here.
Long time listener,
First time,
caller,
long time.
Caller in person. We have Maggie, who is a longtime Oddball fan. Was there before they were Oddball and they were High Note, aka High Note Radio. Shout out, Maggie, come around so you can tell the audience. Tell me, I'm going to give you the menu so you can see it.
I know.
Oh, she already knows.
Space Cadet.
Okay, tell me why you like this cocktail. Go ahead. What is the cocktail's name? Let's start there.
Space Cadet. It is a rhubarb highball. It's great.
Okay, it's called Space Cadet. It's a rhubarb highball. What you missed is James has called in, and he was wondering, he needs advice. He's trying to impress his girlfriend who's a big cocktail snob.
Okay.
Why does he like the Space Cadet? Give him the words to impress his woman.
Oh, James, I can't help you. That's a personal problem. Whether or not you like the Space Cadet, liking the Space Cadet is a personal choice. I don't know if she would like it. I imagine she would, but it's light, it's bubbly, it's fun. If that's what you want your relationship to be, baby, try it.
Okay, but see, if I'm really trying to impress, like, let's say a cinephile, and I'm going to say, I love David Lynch films. I don't love David Lynch films. But what I'm going to say is, I love David Lynch films because I feel like what he does is he combats with the real life, with the with cinema, and he really tries to delve into like the emotions we're feeling and put pictures to them. And I feel like that gets the guy that I'm trying to impress to open up. So I think James is trying to do that with his cocktaily girlfriend. What words would you use in that same way to describe the Space Cadet?
I might switch the drink now. Oh. That's good prompting. That's great prompting. Yeah. I also do love David Lynch, so this is excellent prompting. Okay. Pseudo banana. Dude, you gotta get the pseudo banana.
We didn't try that before this.
It is the full life cycle of a banana. So the first sip of it is like a ripe green banana, and as you keep drinking it, it's all the stages of ripeness that you're tasting. So from birth to death, you are experiencing something in a very artistic way.
Birth to death, guys.
And maybe that will help your relationship avoid
death.
Yeah.
Okay, James. I hope you're happy. If you are listening, you're going to call 917-231-1965. Give James some advice. James, we wish you the best and good luck. Again, 917-231-1965. We only have 2 minutes left in our show. But I think we are safe to say that we are going to conclude Love in Alphabet City, East Village Lovers, ABC 123, Easy in East Village. We are still working on a title for this segment. Don't you worry. Okay, yeah, you and me. Thank you, Maggie. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. If anybody needs advice, this is the show to call into. This is the girl to ask.
This is the girl to ask. Listen,
this is the girl to ask.
The guy that has the guy that has the guy. Village Idiot segment. You missed that earlier. That was the real OGers out there. Okay, everyone, we're coming up on the last minute of our broadcast here. Thank you for listening. We're really happy that we are here. And so to conclude, we're going to play some of the awesome artists of the East Village, because East Village is a place for artists and will always be a place for artists, no matter how gentrified it gets, no matter how terrible you look in the 14th Street Target's self-camera situation when you go to check out and try to steal a tube of mascara. Never been there, don't know that. Again, we thank you guys. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, Peter. Woo! Yeah! And thank you, East Village, for having us, and everyone who stopped by, Bo, Josh, Wanda, like fucking Wanda. And did we even, Josh, was his name Josh too? I don't know. Yeah. You know what, East Village, if you work, if you eat, if you play here, if you live here especially, come visit us. We are here. We don't know how often, but we will be here. And you come yap with us. We'd love it. 88 degrees New York. Go Knicks.